Show will start in 2 minutes time, guys. The show will start in 2 minutes time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage your host for the evening, the great, the wonderful Ryan Lewis!
We didn't have the song. I didn't know it was going to happen. Alright, we've lost some people. Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah! Lady with the hand on her jaw, she's fucked up.
She's not very well.
She's not very well, guys. Calm down, alright? Jeez. Don't slag her off. Alright, cool. I was ready, I was going to write it at you. Time to escape. Not bad. I might just keep this, you know. I like this bit. Alright, cool. So I was speaking about my parents earlier, right? And I didn't get to my mum, right? And Litchfield, I just want you to indulge me for a moment while I sing a song dedicated to my birth giver, my nurturer, my landlord, my mum. Please, it's serious stuff, this. When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Ryan in the fucking shower, can you just leave me alone? It's called personal space. To Bomber Clark, she is Jamaican. No, my mum's a nice lady, but I did try her patience, alright? The mum is literally the most adorable person in the world, and I don't say that because I live in her house still. She's like the personification of McVitie's Jamaica ginger cake. You ever seen them in the stores, alright? She's about 5'2". When you see her, she's about 5'2". It's just Jamaica and teeth. Hi. Hi. You have a tooth yet? I heard you have a tooth. I'm so sorry for that, my friend. I'm so sorry for that. Would you like some chicken? That will fix it in it. I put enough garlic in it. Antiseptic. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. The laughter caused pain. We will stop talking to him for the rest of the night. All right. That's how my mom speaks to perfect strangers, all right? To me, it was more like reggae Lucifer. Ryan, what the fuck I do, my youth? That's how she spoke to me, all right? Did anybody else have this with their mom, right? Like, you could have like an untidy room or something, and instead of just shouting at you, she'd speak to you about your friends like she knows them better than you. You ever had this? You ever had this? Ryan, look at the floor. All these boxer shorts, dirty tissues. What have you been doing in here? What's going on? I bet Jason's room isn't like this. You ever had that? You ever had that? That was my mum. I never had the heart to tell my mum that Jason was a crackhead with 3 baby mums. Because I knew what her answer would be. Well, how do you think he got the girls? By having a dirty little room like you fucking tramp. To Bumba Clark, she is Jamaican. She is Jamaican. No, I did try my mum's patience, alright? I'm seeing Get Out. Are you trying to hypnotize me? Are you trying to hypnotize me? I'll be in Litchfield Field. Is there a Litchfield Field? Have I just made that up? Is there a Litchfield Field? Is there? Sorry. ADHD. They would say these days that I do have ADHD, but I had in the early noughties what can only be described as ADFDHD. Alright? I was a fucking dickhead. That's what my math teacher called me. Yeah. The problem was anything I saw on TV, if I watched a film, I was my favourite character for the rest of the week, alright? I had to act like that favourite character. So for instance, if I watched Rush Hour on Sunday, I was Chris Tucker for the rest of the week, you know what I mean? I was Jackie Chan once there was a meeting, it stopped, alright? I do the impression now, but I'm too early in my career and apparently half my paycheck is going to charity. So we're not going to do that, But anything I saw on TV, I was. For instance, I'd be at home, and the mum would be there in the kitchen making breakfast. Adorable, Jamaican. Ryan, what would you like for breakfast? And I've just watched Zorro the day before, so I walk into the kitchen. Hola, mama. I would like for breakfastito cereal in the bowl, the sugar, a spoon, leche. That's Spanish for milk. My love, I'm a big fucking deal, alright? She'd humor me at first. Ryan, you fucking idiot. What would you like for breakfast? And I say, Mama, bolissimo. Cereal, either Rice Krispie, cornflake, or Cocoa Poppy. Add the sugar, a spoon, a leche. Then she lose patience. All the Jamaican loveliness leaves. Reggae Lucifer comes back in. Ryan, what? And I say, Mama! And I pick up a butter knife, right? Carve my initial in the wall lights up. When I woke up in the ICU. Said, this needs to stop. Right? But Litchfield, I'm going to bring the tone down a little bit, all right? Because there is a place where my talents are never, ever discouraged, all right? It's the bedroom, ladies and gentlemen, all right? It's the bedroom, so, because the reason is, I can be the most romantic culture known to man. Some people talk about the French. Some people talk about the Italians, the Spanish. I think the Jamaicans are the most romantic culture known to man. And it's not for the reasons that you think. My friend over there, he knows black men are blessed, you get me? Not this one, I've been ignored. Joking, massive. If the radiator's on, I'm telling you that. No, you see, what it is in the Jamaican culture, there is a reggae song for every position in the bedroom known to man. And I will demonstrate it in front of you here tonight, Litchfield, alright? Ladies, I've been told the seeds are absorbent, so just let yourself go, alright? It's a good time, Right? First of all, foreplay, alright? Tease me, baby. If she's on top, wind your body, just like that, you know what I'm saying? From behind, I got to. It's not a reggae song, I just like that one, you know? I just like that one. No, see, but I do have a kryptonite, all right? I do have a kryptonite, and that's missionary. And I know that's the most boring position, but for me, quick curtains, finished, all right? Reason being, it's the intimacy, guys. I'm just going to be real with you for a moment. It's the intimacy, right? Because their eyes are looking into my eyes. Her lips are close to my lips, and look at them. That's not hard. Her tits are on my tits. Problems I have. Problems, Luke. Problems. You see, as soon as I get in a missionary, all the Jamaican bad man leaves, and the smelly little boy comes back in. Today, lie down, baby. Get ready for action. I'm going to do this in front of you, so guys, strap in, alright? Lie down, baby. Get ready for action. Get ready for the satisfaction. Here we go, lovely. Oh, fucking hell, Dad, what's going on here? You weren't like this before. You got a little tap. What's happening here? How long can I do, guys? Couple more minutes. All right, I'll do 45 and I'll get out of here. All right, cool. You might not know this, guys, and it might be a surprise to you, but I'm not famous. And I can tell you why I'm not famous. You know, I can bring it down to a specific date. It's not traumatic or anything. It was the 13th of June, 2013. And I was in Halesowen College and I played Othello because my drama teacher said I should play Othello. And I don't know what screamed Othello to her. But there I was. Now, for you who don't know who Othello was this black Venetian general in the 1600s who beats up his wife in a jealous rage. Yeah. And I know what you're thinking, great subject matter for a comedy gig, but someone literally asked people how they rate their shits. So let's not go crazy. So being a young Smedic lad, I was nervous doing my first acting role, so I went to the only place that I've ever found comfort, and that's KFC. And I ate my feelings, so I had myself a 3-piece, seasoned fries, coleslaw, beans, a Crush'em, Diet Coke, because I'm not a fatty, alright? But apparently I had inherited my dad's lactose intolerance, and I'm going to show you why I'm not a big deal anymore, guys, because I'm going to reenact what happened on the 13th of June 2013 at Halesowen College at precisely 7:59 p.m. in the penultimate speech of Othello. If you weren't there, guys, you will be transported there tonight. No? So imagine, Desdemona's dead on the floor, about to give you the speech. Let me tell you something, for the money you've paid, this is a fucking big deal, alright? Denzel Washington, eat your fucking heart out. I'm telling you, big stuff, ready? She's dead, remember that? Dead on the floor. Soft you. A word or two before you go. I have done the state some service, but no more of that. When you gentlemen these unlucky deeds relate, speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate or set in malice. Then I went for a dramatic lunch. Now, there's an actress who's right here, yeah? And I think she's doing a marvelous job because at this particular moment, she's got a distinct shade of green, right? And she looks at me, death in her eyes, and she says, Ryan, what the fuck have you eaten? And it threw me for a moment, yeah? And I started to ad-lib, and you can't ad-lib Shakespeare, and I told you I'm from Smedic, so what I said to her was, oh, Desdemona! You can't speak, bab, you dead, you am. So there it was, ladies and gentlemen, my dreams of being on stage, screen, and film. Gone with the wind. Guys, are you ready for your next act? Are you ready for your next act? All right, guys, here we go. No applause, just money, please. All right, cool. So, guys, I'm going to bring on to the stage a very good friend of mine in comedy. Literally came up with me. He's a guy very witty, very erudite. Please strap in for the wonder, the marvel that is Jamie Douglas.
To be or not to be, I don't know anymore. Hi, I'm Jamie. Nice to be here in lovely Lichfield. Great place. I'm not from a nice place originally. I come from quite a rough place actually. It's the kind of place where people couldn't decide if they'd rather be thieves or fly tippers. Someone broke into my dad's house recently and now he's got more stuff. And where I'm from, having a dad is a brag, so apologies for that. Not just Ryan, it's me too. No, I actually have one, he doesn't. That was the difference. I did get some things from my dad, so I got this big head from my dad. My dad's got a big head, right? It gets me in trouble sometimes. Recently I tried to headbutt a guy and accidentally hit his whole family. So that was tough. And it gets my friends in trouble as well. So for Halloween, we dressed up. I went as Scooby-Doo. My friend went as Shaggy, and he got arrested for owning an XL bully. So that was really tough here. But my dad's quite a rough character as well. He loves to smoke marijuana, and it gives him some weird hobbies. I would say, like I don't know if you ever saw that show Robot Wars growing up. You ever see Robot Wars? My dad loved the show, right? But he wasn't technical enough to build a robot. So he used to wrap me and my brother up in tin foil and make us fight each other. I always wondered why my brother was called Matilda. You know, that was tough. My dad's going bald as well. Well, my dad went bald. I'm going bald. But I still like where I have hair. It's still quite thick. So it's because my dad is bald and my mum is thick. So it's that's probably why. No, but I love my mum. My mum is the strongest woman I know. She can bench press 200 kg. It's pretty impressive, I'd say. But I don't know if you guys are big lifters out here. Not impressed, you know. That's how we are. That's kind of a silly one. I like that. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, so my dad loved Robot Wars, like I said. He was into smoking weed, like I said, and do you guys have this perception where like people who smoke weed are kind of hippies and like chilled out? Maybe like this ponytail guy here, I don't know. It looks like a very relaxed dude. You know, I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but if there's sniffer dogs in tonight, he might be the table to go to. So my dad smokes weed, like I said, but yeah, this image of like relaxed stone people is not actually very truthful if you mess with their drugs. So I remember once I was like hoovering up in the house and I accidentally sucked up my dad's bag of weed in the hoover and he got really cross at me and he said to me, he was switching at me and I said, oh, it's easy to be relaxed until someone Henry's your eighth, you know what I mean? This so like that. But like the age range for me is probably these guys here. Just as a warning, if I look like the kind of person who will eat any burgers that you leave, that is true, I will do that. I count it as payment. But people look at me, right, and they say, like, Jamie, you what you really look like is an Oasis fan. But I think it's unfair. Someone said to me I look like someone who hangs England flags up on lampposts. So I'm going to let you guys decide, right? So I've been doing a survey at comedy gigs, and what I want you to do, if you think I look more like an Oasis fan, and you can choose both options here. If you think I look more like an Oasis fan, put your right hand up and keep that up. If you think I look like someone who puts England flags up, put your left hand up and keep that up. Now, people who didn't put up their hands at all, tickle the ones who did. Don't talk shit about me, you know. But yeah, I think tickling should make a comeback. I feel like that would solve all our problems if people just tickled each other, you know. Like people talking about immigration and stuff like that. Yeah, that's, I don't know, I just like that one. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, so again, like people look at me and make assumptions about how I look because I'm from a rough area, and they say, I bet your dad actually does hang England flags from lampposts. My dad, to be honest, my dad would never do that because he loves people from all over the world. He loves immigrants and also he's Scottish, so no, he wouldn't do that. He's what he does actually is he will take the England flags down off lampposts and then sell them back to racists. So And shout out to anyone who does put them up. I'm selling a few if anyone wants one tonight. But no, like to be honest, I do quite like the trend. I put them up around my dad's house to piss him off. You know, just viewing the fact that it's bad enough I like cricket. You know, that's and shout out to Lichfield. One thing I know this anecdote about Samuel Johnson, which I always found quite amusing. This is not my material, but I'll steal it gladly. So Johnson wrote like the first proper dictionary in English, and he wrote the dictionary, and people were coming to congratulate him. And this group of sort of respectable ladies from like a church group came to visit him one day, knocked on his door, and said, "Oh, Dr. Johnson, we're well done on your achievement, and we're very glad to see you didn't include any rude words in your dictionary." And he said, "Ladies, I congratulate you to find out that you've been looking them up." That's nice. That's actually quite funny. Feel free to live a little bit if you want. And that's about your heroes, you know. Or is this more of a Garrick kind of crowd? You know? Sorry, guys. I knew you got excited when the Shakespeare came out. It's typical. But yeah, what the fuck was I talking about? I live in Birmingham now. I live in quite a nice bit of Birmingham called Harborne. Yeah, that's how nice it is. People know it for towns over. I know it's a nice bit of Birmingham because my bins have been collected, which is nice. One thing I love about Birmingham, right? So I grew up in London, as you can tell, and I moved to Birmingham. And obviously in London there's tourists everywhere, but in Birmingham, unless Ozzy Osbourne dies, there's no tourists. Like, the only tourist I've ever, like, the main tourist attraction we have is that giant bull in New Street Station. And the only tourist I've ever seen have been a bunch of Spanish guys came and tried to fight it. You know, I don't know how it ended up. But no, I was actually, despite my accent, I was actually born in Newcastle upon Tyne. Like, my mum's a Geordie. And we moved to London when I was about 5 years old. And I had my Geordie accent for a couple of years after that, and it's a nice accent. But I remember it would get me in trouble, so like I'd be in lessons, and the teacher would ask me a question, and I'd say, I don't know the answer, man. And I got detention for taking the piss out of Jamaican kids. Which I thought was unfair, because I was trying to do Trinidad, but you know, it was... that one was tough to take, man. But no, like I've always loved accents and languages and stuff. I studied languages at university because I hate money, and I studied Spanish and Portuguese. Right, I went to live in Brazil to learn Portuguese. Now I don't know if you know about. Has anyone ever been to Portugal in here? I feel like this is a sort of members club for the Algarve, so I'm going to go with yes. You go to Portugal and Portuguese doesn't sound like you expect it to. It sounds like a drunk Glaswegian speaking Spanish. It's like, e todas as cervejas são caras aqui, you prick. Brazilian Portuguese doesn't sound like that. It's all like mellifluous. Você não fala. It's very nice. Take my word for it. And I remember getting to Brazil, and my very like conservative Christian housemates, they asked me if British people have any stereotypes about Brazilians. And I don't know why, the first thing I could think of was that Brazilian women have big bums. And I tried to say that in Portuguese. They're all looking at me like, what the fuck did you just say? And I thought, yeah, I guess it was kind of sexist and it was kind of a stupid thing to say. But one of them who spoke English a bit, he said, "No, Jamie, what you just told us that Brazilian women have big bum hole." So yeah, I'm not allowed back now, basically. And that's a lie, by the way. One thing that really confused me about Brazil, right, was that the women are beautiful. That's not like imagined. Like, there's very nice, like lovely people, beautiful women. But they've all got the same name as like my aunts. They've all got like really like middle-aged women names in Britain. So I remember like I met this really attractive woman called Janet. I saw someone called Barbara. She was like, and the thing that really messed me up was the word for sexy in Portuguese is linda. Can you imagine my confusion when I'm at a nightclub checking out a woman being like, "Ooh, Barbara is looking Linda tonight." You know, that was fun, man. But no, I travelled all over the world. I went to America. I remember I went to this lovely place called Texas, right? And in Texas, you can learn to ride a bull. And I remember I went there. Really friendly people there, by the way. When you look at me, I went to learn to ride a bull, and I was struggling a little bit. And this nice guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, buddy, you need a hand getting on that bull, man?" And I said, "Yeah, actually, it is my first rodeo, so that'll be great." Yeah, that's just for this time. That's a kind of reference. I've got a joke about Sabrina Carpenter, but I think that's just going to go over too many heads. I'll do it anyway. Yeah, I've really been getting into Sabrina Carpenter lately, and my fiance asked me if I liked her music, and I said, "Oh, she does music." No. And that's funny because she's very attractive. Or Linda, as the Brazilians might say. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, I went to America. I went to California. I remember I was trying to chat up a nice young lady there, and she said to me, "I love your Irish accent." I thought, Irish accent? What the fuck is she talking about? So I was like, I've got two options here. I can pull out the England flag that I always carry on my person, or option B, which I'm ashamed to say I did take, was to ask her, "So I suppose you'd be wanting some penis tonight then?" She did not. So, quite a long story short. But like in my travels, I've noticed like certain cultures are quite rude about British people in general, but we still love them. Like French people are quite rude to us. They'd be like, "Oh, your people are so ugly and your food is disgusting." And we're like, "Oh my god, yeah, it's so sophisticated." And Germans are really nice about England. Germans would be like, "Oh yeah, I love to read Shakespeare and go hiking in the Lake District, it's beautiful." And we're like, "You Nazi bastard." My granddad used to say to me, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German right now. And I'd say, "Aber ich kann sehr gut Deutsch sprechen, das ist kein Problem für mich." I hate to do that on the 11th of November, I realise the irony there. But, you know, that's how it is. I don't want you to think, just because I speak German, that I'm not patriotic, right? Like, I'm so patriotic that when I send a letter, I lick the front of the stamp. Which admittedly has gotten more difficult since the Queen died. But no, I always think about like when England play Germany in football, right? You get these chants which are like 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, do that. Come on, guys, do that. And I think cool, like we have won 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup. That is true. However, Germany, they won 4 World Cups. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd probably swap like 1 World War for maybe like 2 World Cups. Is that a fair trade? Because like, would it be that big a loss if we didn't win World War One? 2 World Cups would be fucking mental. Imagine the 3 stars and a badge. It'd be fucking great. And I feel like we get over all our anxiety about the World Cup because we only won 1. Whereas like if World War 3 happened, we'd be like 1-2 already. Fucking, you know, just a piece of piss, mate. But what was I gonna? Yeah, so I'll finish on this. My favourite England football manager is this guy called Steve McLaren. And the amazing thing about Steve McLaren, right? He's from Yorkshire. He got fired from the England job for owning an umbrella, and now wherever he goes in the world, he picks up the accent from the place. So I remember he after the England job, he went to the Netherlands at FC Twente, and he picked up this weird Dutch accent. He was like, "Yes, we are going to play some attacking football, it's great." And then after that, he went to Germany, to Wolfsburg, and he said, "Yeah, we're looking to win some league titles, it's going to be amazing." And now his current job is, he is the Jamaica manager. Go on, Steve, I dare ya. No, people asked him like if he's worried he'd get in trouble if he does the accent, and he just said, "Menak here." And I'm only allowed to do that because I'm from Newcastle. So you guys have actually been really nice, and God bless you, and viva Dr. Johnson. Bye bye.
Make an accent, is it? Oh. Nothing good. Alright, cool guys. Yeah, we're gonna crack on with the show. But there's a bit of business that we have to do first, alright? It's a bit of a local regulation thing. The Quill Scholar has fell under a certain jurisdictional area. So because there's been food consumed here tonight, they've asked if we can have this presentation done now. I said, you might as well, it's been shit so far. So basically, please welcome to the stage, make him feel welcome, the cutlery safety expert, Mr. Ian Crawford, guys. Ian Crawford, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ian Crawford. I'm a cutlery safety expert, and I'm here from the Sheffield office of the Steel and Cutlery Manufacturers, Allied Trades, Industries and Guilds Association, Secmatiaga for short. And the important thing is, it is deadly serious. If you want to find out more, please check out the website. Now, if you're under 16, or maybe in touch with someone who is, pop along to cutlery4kids.org.uk. That's cutlery with a K, number 4, kids with a Z, just keeping it real, growing the next generation of cutlery lovers. What would you find if you went there? Good question. We've just made available a giant black and white poster of a dancing fork. Got some good news for you. I'm looking for a woo. It's in PDF format. Yeah, you know what that means? You download it, print it off, colour it in. Hey, it's yours to keep. I'm here to raise the profile of steel, share my passion for health and safety, in particular the safe use of cutlery. Think once, think twice, think fork, spoon and knife. You've probably seen the poster. That's one of mine. Take good forking care with your cutlery. That's also one of mine. Currently running as a pilot phase poster campaign in motorway service station toilets. Southbound on the M6, M5, M1. Got some good news for you. If it goes well, we're going northbound. A fork in the hand is less painful than two in the bush. That's one we've been asked to rewrite. Now, can I just say that is not the poster that's caused the most controversy this year? Oh no. Don't know if you've seen it. Only supposed to be a bit of fun. Digital poster on the bus stops and the railway stations. There's a picture of a cartoon fork with its arm around a cartoon spoon, and it says, if your toddler advances from the spoon to the fork, that's good news. If your teenager advances from spooning to forking, watch out! It's a bit cheeky, it's a bit saucy, but it's balanced by the cartoon fork with its arm around the cartoon spoon. Now, can I just say, we've had a lot of complaints about that poster, and I want to say here and now, Secmatiaga is very much in the 21st century. That could just as easily have been two forks or two spoons. In fact, it could have been two sporks. And if you don't, well, if you don't know, a spork is a spoon that identifies as a fork. Now, see one or two here, not sure what's happening, yeah? Relax, my friend. Every single one of you will be getting a certificate of attendance. You can count that towards your CPD, your staff development, or if you're out of work, pop it on your CV. Now, the Office of National Statistics tells us there are 12,000 accidental deaths here in the UK. Take care on your way home. But the reason I'm here, and it can be a bit shocking when you hear it for the first time, there are 4 or 5 cutlery-related deaths each year. I know what you're thinking, madam. Is it 4 or is it 5? The truth is, we had one happen right on the gong on New Year's Eve last year, and we're not sure whether to count it as last year or this year. There are some other accidents that we can learn from. Would you believe, on average, there are 11 suffocations in bed each year? And by the way, if you have lost a family member to a cutlery-related incident, now could be a good time to leave. Well, teaspoons are more dangerous than you think. Sadly, each year, on average, there are 11 suffocations in bed. One of those suffocations last year was a numerically dyslexic duvet buyer. Oh, yeah. He thought he bought himself a 13.5 tog. They found him crushed under the weight of a 53.1. All I'm saying is it's turned quite nippy of an evening. Before you go to bed tonight, please do me a favour. Check the label. In fact, before you go under, don't make a blunder. Check the label while you're still able. Think safe, be safe. Now, give me a cheer if you've used cutlery in the last 24 hours. Yes,
okay. Just the basics tonight, folks. Make sure you're sat up straight, concentrating. No point being here otherwise, yeah? Come on.
Thank you. Just make sure you can see. You okay there, ladies? Don't be a clown. Turn that fork down. If you are going to leave a fork unsupervised, it only takes a moment to turn it over, thus minimising the likelihood of a prong or time-related injury. Litchfield, I need your help. You want your certificates. Don't be a clown. Turn that fork. Well, no, 90% you got it right. I think, was that you, sir? The fellow behind you embarrassed yourself there, sir. Yeah? Well, no, you're laughing, I'm not. The point is, it's turn that fork down, not upside down. You start adding extra words, that's when accidents happen.
Now, have we got any couples in tonight?
Is this a couple by any chance? Yes, sir. Have you ever been out with this lovely lady for a meal? Yeah, once or twice. Perhaps you finished your meal. She hasn't finished hers. Probably still chatting on. Yeah. Have you ever leant over and stolen a chip off your partner's plate? We've all done it, haven't we? Yeah. Well, don't. It's one of the most dangerous things you can do with live cutlery around. Yeah. That wasn't until recently. You spot a chip on your partner's plate. In fact, if you see a chip on anybody's plate, I don't know if you've seen this. Yeah, we call it the extender fork. It's ever so easy to use. It's chip, flip, and dip. I've got 10 in the bag, $9.99, sitting on the merchandise stand.
Now, give me a cheer.
Give me a cheer if you like toast. Yeah, very popular in Lichfield. What about that? Now, get a lot of accidents reported people spreading butter on toast. Use the table knife, the butter knife. Watch out for the partial serrate. Let the knife do the work. Let the knife glide from side to side. Notice how my fingers are in the air there, not only acting as a natural counterweight and balance to the steel alloy knife, but also warning anyone around me that the knife is in operation. Don't be a nutter. Use a knife to spread. Butter. I noticed a bit of reluctance and hesitation on this table. No. Please be reassured. It will also work with non-dairy and olive-based spreads.
And I just wanted to mention...
Hardly needs, you need reminding, only a full breaks the one spoon rule. If you think about it, there are very few situations, if any, where you need to have more than one spoon on the go at any one time. The teaspoon, I will come back to it. Size to injury ratio, it's one of the most dangerous items in your cutlery drawer. I just want to talk about some more general health and safety matters, if you will. Has anyone here ever been brave enough to go to Grimsby? Anyone been? Yeah, you've been, my friend? You thinking of going back? That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Give me a cheer if you were alive. Not everyone can cheer. If you were alive in 1991. Yeah, would you believe? This is true, and if you don't believe me, check the Google. Type in 1991 Grimsby Lions. 3 lions escaped from a circus in town in Grimsby, here in the UK. Michael Strant was minding his own business, playing snooker in the snooker hall, packed up early to go home to his young family. Walking through Grimsby town centre, he came face to face with a fully grown lion. True story. It knocked him to the ground, began to maul him. If it hadn't been for a quick-thinking police officer who used his car to nudge off that lion... Now, that's not an easy thing to do. Has anyone here ever tried to nudge off a lion? The police officer managed it, yeah, with his vehicle. Michael Strand walked away, 24 stitches. Happy ending? Not quite. As a lifelong football fan, it ruined his enjoyment of the Euros and the World Cup. He has flashbacks every time he hears 3 lines on a shirt. It's a true story. If you don't believe me, look it up. Now, has anyone here ever been brave enough to go to London? Yay. They say in London you are never more than 6 feet from a rat. Now, I have done the maths, I've done the calculation. Would you believe, because of all the animal parks, zoos and safaris here in the UK, you are never more than 137 miles from a bear? My advice, get yourself on the Amazon and buy yourself some bear spray. It's £24, it could be the best investment you make. You see a bear at 60 feet, safety catch off. At 30 feet, you need to be aiming down at a 45-degree angle to create a spray at 15 feet. Listen to this. As that bear passes through, it will go into its eyes, into its airways, it will turn round. As it does, spray it on the back end, send it on its way with some sting on the ring. It will not be back. Not unless it's into that sort of thing, yeah? The time you need to worry is if that bear attacks you from behind, then you've got a problem. You need to know a bear is interested in only 2 things: food and mating. And believe you me, you will not have time to get your lunchbox out of your bag. You'd better brace yourself. And it's worth knowing the average bear will copulate up to 30 minutes at a time. Imagine that, my friend, yeah? With the same partner on a number of occasions in the same 24-hour period. Therefore, you will be in for a long stint. My advice? Pack a Kindle and a high-energy snack. Now, give me a cheer. Does anyone here live in a bungalow? Where's that? Where's your friend? Yeah. I thought you were looking quite smug with yourself, yeah? You think you're safe, yeah? So did Rod Hull, yeah? He lived in a bungalow. He went out in 1999, tried to adjust the aerial on his roof, and unfortunately that was the night that Emu became an orphan, yeah? Take care. Do not be lulled into a false sense of security. Give me a cheer if you've got stairs at home. Yeah. Let me just hear that again. Give me a cheer if you've got stairs at home. They're killers, yeah? As far as we're concerned, if we had our way, we would ban them, but we know people would still buy them on the black market. Well, listen to this. Friend of mine, true story, she lived to tell the tale, but only just. She fell down the stairs, broke her neck in 3 places, yeah, but lived to tell the tale. She was stood on the top step with a laundry basket, sheet hanging down, tripped, rolled, fell on the doormat at the bottom of the stairs, broke her neck once. She broke her neck twice more when her husband came home and couldn't work out why the front door was making a strange crunching and cracking noise. Learn from her mistake, ladies and gents. Now, I hope you've been making notes. There may be a short test at the end. But you're right to be looking over there at the teaspoon nervously. Last thing I want is you to leave here nervous around cutlery. I want you to leave as cautious yet confident cutlery users. Therefore, I am going to teach you spoon sense. The reason for that, we had a young fellow, my lad, only 22 years old, home alone, making himself a cup of tea, stirring in 2 sugars. Nothing wrong with that if you ignore the inherent dangers of a high-calorie, high-sugar diet. The mistake he made, he left the spoon in the cup. If he'd used spoon sense, he'd still be alive today. He didn't, he isn't, you guessed it, he's dead. He took that cup with a spoon in it, through to the dining room, put it on the dining room table. He sat down, chair gave way, he fell forward. Last thing he saw was that teaspoon handle coming towards his eye, sliced through his eye like a hot knife through butter. Only it was probably more like the lukewarm handle of a teaspoon forcing its way through the vitreous jelly of the eye. As I said to his mother, who found him bled to death on the dining room carpet, if it's any consolation, he probably wouldn't have felt a thing. Well, there may have been an initial stabbing sensation. Now, ladies and gents, I'm going to teach you spoon sense. Put your drinks down, sit up straight, and this is how it goes. I want you to hold out your right hand, please, with an imaginary teaspoon, and yourself, madam, right hand. And even if you're left-handed, use your right hand. Just make an effort for once. Nothing. Here we go. Right, we're going to do it together. It gets complicated, but it's worth it. This is spoon sense. I'm relying on you folks spreading the word. Here we go. Stir once. Good. Lock. Stir twice. Now this is probably the most important bit. Your hand opens up. Open your hand up. Leave the spoon. Feel free to rock the wrist a little bit. Then bring the other arm across. So you've left the spoon. Bring the other arm across. Your neck across. Don't be a little bit loosey-goosey. Yeah? Let's see it. Don't be shy. And then we say, move on, just give it the move on. And now, don't be shy, the arms go all the way above the head. And in a minute, we're going to say the word spoon sense after 3. 1, 2, 3, spoon sense. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, I realise not everyone was taking part in the back there, but you guys have already got your certificate. This lot are waiting for you're waiting for the advanced and improvers, yeah? Starts at 11 o'clock this evening. Ladies and gents, before I go, thanks ever so much for taking it so seriously. Some of you have been taking it very seriously, yeah? And that's good. But people say, Ian, how do you relax with all this injury, death, mayhem? The answer is I write a bit of poetry. I'll leave you with a poem. Here we go. Don't be a loon, never run with a spoon. Take care of that knife. It could take a life. And whether you make love here in Lichfield, the wider West Midlands region, or York, please remember, never fuck with a fork. My name's Ian Crawford, you're fully trained, your certificate's in the post. Thank you very much. Thanks to GURPS for organising an evening for a good cause. Stay safe, but most of all, stay cutlery safe. Thank you.
Well, we've come to the end of the evening, guys. Oh, well, it's been nice, isn't it? It's been nice. Yeah, it's been nice. Guys, just to let you know, first of all, follow on the social medias, the Third Eye Comedy. They've put the night together, and as you know, this is a charity night as well. They will be taking donations at the bar for children in need, alright? So that could be cash, card, or any children that you don't want in your house anymore, alright? So just let them, just keep it. Well guys, thank you very much for the night. Give it up for the acts that you've seen tonight. We had Rory Rawson. We had Kurt Jesse. We had Richard Dad, the Devil. We had Jamie Douglas. And we had Jim Brothers, aka Ian Crawford, the cutlery safety expert. I've been Ryan S. Lewis. Take care, guys. Good night, Litchfield. Thank you very much. I won't be back again. Thank you!